InfoWars, New York City considering removing statues of George Washington and others. You know, in my opinion, given the fact that George Washington is one of the founding fathers, it shouldn't even be up for consideration. Yet, here we are. The bill would require the Public Design Commission, PDC, to publish a plan to remove works of art on city property that depicts a person who owned slaves or directly benefited economically from slavery or who participated in systematic crimes against indigenous peoples or other crimes against humanity. Oh, so it's not just slavery, it's also indigenous peoples. But wait, didn't Indians own slaves too? Now, as for the crimes against humanity, well, that's kind of vague, but anyway, Father of the Nation could wind up getting the boot, including the famous statue in Union Square Park. Other statues, including that of Christopher Columbus, would also be subject to this measure. According to the bill, if the PDC opts not to remove a work of art of an individual who fits criteria, it would be required to include in the plan steps it will take to install an explanatory plaque next to the work of art. What, like, oh, this who Whitey owns slaves? Something like that? This bill would also require the Department of Transportation to consult with Department of Education to install plaques on sidewalks or other public space adjacent to schools that are named after a person that fits the criteria. Wow, not even buildings are safe. Other items on the agenda include bills to require the Commission on Racial Equity to establish a truth healing and reconciliation process in connection with the city's historic involvement in slavery. Well, it wasn't the city, it was the politicians in charge of the city that are responsible. And last time I checked, they're long gone. And require Chief Equity Officer to create an anti-racism training for employees of human services. That to me just sounds like a way to actually push racism, but that could just be me. Years ago, former President Donald Trump predicted that the far left would eventually turn on the Founding Fathers. Yeah, he did. First it was the Confederate statues, then Trump stated the Founding Fathers would be next. Hell, Abraham Lincoln will be next on the chopping block too. Because they said anybody who benefited from slavery, well, Abraham Lincoln's white, so according to the left, he benefited from slavery. So, anyway, take care out there in clown world.